Till now we have studied about the morphological structure of frog. Now we'll start with the anatomy of frog. Like all vertebrates, frog has specific body cavity and various organs associated with specific organ system. So let us study it in brief. Let us first of all begin with the digestive system. Digestive system of frog basically includes alimentary canal and digestive glands. Alimentary canal in frog raises from mouth and ends at cloaca. Digestive glands are the glands, that is liver and pancreas. These glands do not directly involve in the process of digestion but secretes enzymes and hormones which helps in the process of digestion. So let us first of all understand the alimentary canal. This figure depicts the parts of the alimentary canal and digestive glands in frog. Alimentary canal in frog basically includes mouth that opens into buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, intestine, rectum and cloaca. In frog, generally buccal cavity and pharynx together combine to form buccopharyngeal cavity. Due to the absence of neck in frog, buccal cavity directly opens into pharynx and there is no demarcation in between them. So the cavity formed by the combination of two is known as buccopharyngeal cavity. The alimentary canal of frog starts with mouth. Mouth. Mouth is a wide opening that is located at the anterior end of the head. Mouth is a structure that is surrounded by two jaws, that is upper and lower jaw. This mouth opens into buccal cavity that is wide and broad in nature. This buccal cavity is present within the jaws. This figure depicts the buccopharyngeal cavity of male frog. According to this, the buccal cavity of frog mainly contains internal nostrils, vomerine teeth, upper and lower jaw, escutcheon aperture, maxillary teeth, eyeball, glottis, bifid tongue, and vocal sac. Now, this vocal sac is only present in males, and in females it is absent. Now, in vocal cavity, the internal nostrils, which are present above the teeth, vomerine teeth, serve for respiration. Behind the vomerine teeth is a pair of eyeball which is bulged in nature, which helps in seeing. Now, escutcheon aperture present in pair is served in hearing. It connects pharynx with the middle ear and thus keeps the air pressure equal on both the sides of the tympanic membrane, which enables for easy hearing. A bifid tongue is present in frog, which is soft, slimy in nature. This bifid tongue is anteriorly attached and posteriorly it is free. This bifid tongue is bilobed in nature. Now, as said earlier, vocal cavity opens into pharynx due to the absence of neck. As said earlier, there is no demarcation or difference line between vocal cavity and pharynx, and therefore these two combine to form buccopharyngeal cavity. In this buccopharyngeal cavity, all the structures are present in both male and female except the vocal sacs which is present only in male frog. Then gradually buccopharyngeal cavity opens into esophagus. Esophagus is a short, wide and muscular tube which opens into stomach. Stomach is considered as the most important part of the digestive system or other alimentary canal. It is located on the left side of the abdomen. It is a large, curved and a broad chamber which opens both at posterior and anterior end. At posterior end, a narrow part called pyloric stomach occurs. And at its anterior part, a broad opening known as cardiac stomach occurs. Posterior end of pyloric contains pyloric sphincter valve. Its mucous epithelium contains multicellular gastric glands secreting enzymes such as pepsinogen, dilute hydrochloric acid is secreted by it, which helps in digestion by maintaining the pH of the digested food. Stomach is an organ for temporary food storage, churning, and partly digestion of proteins. Thus, food storage, partly churning, and digestion of food occurs here. This pyloric stomach leads to small intestine. That is, pyloric stomach opens into small intestine. Then comes small intestine. Small intestine consists of two parts, duodenum and ileum. Duodenum is located at its anterior end and ileum is located at its posterior end. Now, duodenum is a structure that runs ahead parallel to stomach, forming a U-shaped structure. Duodenum serves a duct or hepatopancreatic duct that helps in bringing the secretion like bile and pancreatic juice, such as enzymes from liver and pancreas respectively. That is, liver secretes bile and pancreas secrete pancreatic juice. Then at its posterior end, ileum is located, which is coiled in nature and is considered as the longest part of the alimentary canal. The main part, that is digestion and absorption of food, occurs here. This ileum, that is part of small intestine, opens into large intestine. The anterior end of large intestine is wide and short tube that runs straight and opens into cloaca. The main function of large intestine is reabsorption of water. Apart from that, preparation and storage of fecus. This large intestine further opens into cloaca that is considered as the terminal end-like structure of the large intestine. Cloaca is the terminal sac-like part of large intestine, which further opens into rectum. This cloaca opens at the end by a cloacal aperture at the dorsal part of the body, which is considered as the end part of the alimentary canal. This figure depicts the digestive tract of frog, where tongue opens into buccal cavity, that is, buccal cavity further opens into pharynx, leading to buccopharyngeal cavity. This gullet then opens into stomach, that is cardiac, followed by pyloric stomach, at the end of which duodenum occurs. At its posterior end, ileum occurs. It is the largest part of the alimentary canal in a coiled form, which further opens into rectum, ended by cloacal aperture. At the posterior end of the rectum, there occurs urinary bladder.